Hello everyone. Today I want to show you the really cool Candy Crushed envelopes and journal cards by Simple Pleasure Designs by Jennifer Fehr. She's done a really cool coordinating kit for You're My Candy Crush, and I want to show you in Artisan, either 4 or 5 or even SPC, how you can use these editable envelopes and journal cards on any template and in order to make them your own, however you'd like them to look. First of all, if we take a look over here in the store, it's this one big, huge collection. And when you download these, you're going to have a coordinating kit. So that is papers and elements. You'll have journal cards, and those are shaped to match the template. And in the templates, when you open that up, you'll have 3 versions. Dot page files are what Artisan users will use, of course. The PSD files are for Photoshop or Elements. And ping files, we can also use those in Artisan. It's just a slightly different methodology, and I can also show you that. But this is going to mainly concentrate on the dot page files. I'll pull this back out of the way for the moment. We'll go back to the project I have open. To start with, I've loaded in all 4 of the dot page files. Of course, I went to Add Page using a page file. Here's that same folder you saw a moment ago. I just selected all of those and opened. So I'll cancel that. Now, if this is the only way I want to use these, I don't even need that ping file that was in the templates folder. I can delete that and totally get rid of it. 100% up to you. In order to work with these, we could use them just as they are and have a whole bunch of envelopes and then pull in journal cards on the page. But what I'm going to do is take one of these and put it onto a different template. In this case, I am going to select one of these sets. Now I did that by clicking off the layout itself over in the gray area, and I dragged over across what I wanted to use. If I wanted this one, I would click here and drag, and now I've got all of that. If you look over to the left, I have all of the pieces plus the shadow. That's a customized shadow in there, and then that background. In this case, I'll keep what I have here, right mouse, copy. Once you do that, go to the template. I've loaded in a Fiddle-Dee-Dee Designs template, right mouse and paste. And now that editable envelope pops right in here. I'm going to start out by grouping. If I go to my group, now it all becomes the same piece, this one piece. I can grab it and resize it if I want to what is already on the template. There are many different ways that I could do that. I can drag it down and put it in the right order. Now it's right on top of that piece. If I ungroup this and my aspect ratio has changed, I might not want that. So if I go down to aspect ratio, if it was off, if I had mashed it in a certain direction, I would want to restore. In this case I didn't, but I'm just going to lock the aspect ratio. Now if I grab it and drag it, I'm not mashing it at all. Of course I can do that also on my keyboard holding my shift key. Now I can mash it different sizes or make it grow in different ways if I want to. When I right mouse or go to the top and ungroup, and that brings it to the different pieces, you'll see that back here I actually have a live photo spot. I'm going to go to my photos. I've dragged in some of the journal cards. Let me pull this over and show you. In the journal cards, I've pulled over a few of these. I'm also going to go into the coordinating kit. I'll drag a paper and an element, and maybe I'll grab another element and just drag those in. I work in Windows folders. I don't load into content, so I'll just drag in as I normally would. Now here's the fun stuff. To work with this, I can start by using this editable photo spot, live photo spot. I could put a photo there. I could put a paper there. I could even put a journal card there. But here's the cool thing with these journal cards. If I pull over this card, so I didn't drop it in, I just pulled it over, I can bring it on top of this envelope. I can drag it down, or I can select things and group them, but I'm pulling it down below the shadow. And look, you can see how it's below the shadow? So it looks like it is tucked into these little pockets. If I grab, and I can do it over here too, if I grab each one of those corner tabs, and let's pull over another paper. If I fill the selected element with this photo and OK, now I've got my paper in there. I've got this nice little, looks like a hand-drawn kind of doodle on top of that. My shadows, I'm going to hide the shadow so that you can see the difference. See how it really looks like it's popped in there? Now one thing it doesn't have a shadow under the journal card that we just pulled in, or underneath the back part, that live photo spot. You might want to go up and put a shadow. You could do a light or a heavy depending upon how you wanted it to look. You could go to custom and make it go in a different direction. But now, see how that looks real, like there's depth to it? And that is the point of these editable envelopes on these .page files. I'm going to show you very quickly if you wanted to use the pings. Let's go to a blank page, and again, you could do this on any template whatsoever. It doesn't matter. Pull it over from anywhere. If you go to the pings, pick whichever one you might want. It's going to fill the entire 12 by 12 page. So you would start with view, sort by descending. You always want the background to be the first thing that plops onto the page. And if you don't need the background, then just skip it. Then select all of them, unless you wanted to sort through and choose which ones, but I'm just going to select all of them. Drag them. It'll take a moment because there are 23 layers there. Once they're there, I'll move this back out of the way. You can, of course, align, center on page, cut, straight, drag it off the page, and you'll say keep the unshaded area cut. Then it works exactly like the .page files, but since there are .page files and you don't need the pings, you can delete those. You don't need to keep them for any reason. Hopefully that helps. I'll just show you one more time how beautiful and stuffed this kit is with all the goodies. I love the all of the extras that come with it. This coffee cup with the creamer on top is just beautiful. So these colors match with the Candied Crush big bundle. It gives you a ton of options that you can work with. Have fun, enjoy. Let me know if there are any questions. Have a great day.